Hi. Okay, so it's rather late here. It's like half midnight or something. But I really wanted to do this video while it's fresh on my mind. So I've been hearing a bit of talk lately about energy vampiring, and it made me kind of question and go in and think about this a bit further. And actually, when people say, oh, this person's energy vamping me, actually what's really happening is they're being forced to face their issues, and they're being forced to face themselves, and they're having a lot of stuff brought up for them. Like when I think back at times when I felt, drained around somebody, or somebody's been draining me, but they've been a connection that I've not been able to get away from for whatever reason, because I've been connected to them, or they've been a permanent fixture in my life that I haven't been able to move away from. The reason I've been drained isn't because they're sucking the life out of me, because if there was no stimuli, no reactivity point from their actions, then I would simply not be bothered by them. I wouldn't be being drained by them. I'm being drained by them because they're triggering me, and because they're highlighting something within me that I need to work on, and because they're showing me my shadow self and myself and things that I don't want to admit to, or things about myself that I haven't worked on yet. And when I think of times when perhaps I've drained somebody else's energy, I feel like they've been the ones that have had the most work to do in that situation, and I've just been la-di-da, like maybe I've had a little bit to face, but perhaps not as much as they have. So when we go around and we say, oh my God, they're draining me, they're vamping me, you wouldn't be in that situation if you didn't have something to learn from it. So the fact you're even around somebody a lot who's in your mind draining your energy or vampiring your energy means that you're around them for a reason. So you need to look at the reason why you're around them, and if they don't seem to be getting drained by your interactions, then actually maybe rather than them being an energy vampire and an energy drain, maybe you're the one that's actually got the biggest lesson from this connection, and you're not dealing with it and you're not facing it. For example, if we have particularly weak boundaries and we're hanging around a narcissist, both people have the same level of self-loathing for themselves, and they're doing it in different ways, but the person who has the weak boundaries is not learning their lesson to kind of either move away from the situation or strengthen their own boundaries or learn to love themselves more, and they're kind of allowing themselves to get drained by the situation, which is really just a cycle of not recognising your pattern and not integrating the necessary things that you need to integrate from that situation. So I just felt this an important topic for discussion because it's something that came up for me the other day, and that is my kind of guidance and my opinion on things. Actually, when we go around saying, oh, this person drained me, this person was energy vampiring me, yeah, people can be stuck in their own cycles, and that can drain you if you get too involved in it. But then you have to look at, why am I getting involved in it? Why am I not just saying, oh, I understand, and moving away? Like, why are you feeling the need to engage in their cycle? Is that, where's that showing you your own ego that needs to be integrated and dealt with? Because it's all very well going around saying, oh, this person's draining me, but why are you connecting to them? Why are you allowing them to drain you? What is it? Is it that there's a pattern here or something that needs to be dealt with and you're not dealing with it? So that's something that came up for me. Not really, it was just talking about it, because actually I haven't really been in that situation lately, but I have been in it in the past, and I've been on both sides of the thing. Actually, I've been drained, and I've felt like someone was draining me, and I've also probably looked back and felt like I've done the same to somebody else, but actually they were the ones that had a lesson to learn from that more than perhaps I did, and I can see that because it wasn't really bothering me. And that's the thing, if somebody's a problem for you, then it's your problem. If they're a problem for themselves, then that's their problem. But if they're a problem for you, then it's your problem. Because if it's in your experience, it's something that you need to deal with. And so that was all I wanted to say on that. Something else that's just come up for me on the journey as well, yesterday really, I went out with a friend, and I came home feeling really panicky about things that I already thought I'd dealt with, to do with 3D things, to do with job, career, finances, these kind of 3D fear-driven issues of survival. I came home and I felt a little bit panicky about it, and I thought I dealt with that stuff. I don't know why it's come back up. And I really feel like at the moment we're really, really sensitive to other people's energy. It just feels really, really strong at the moment that we're really able to absorb people's stuff and take it on as our own. And it was a little note to be careful about that, just to make sure when you're feeling these things, where are they coming from, who have I been around, what are their ideas on things, do I really believe this, just to be a little bit more cautious at the moment, because the veils are so thin around the end of October, and I've been noticing this myself, is that I've been taking on other people's fears and worries and allowing them to become my own, and I managed to clock it and I moved away from it quite quickly. But if I hadn't have done that, I think it would have probably taken me down a little bit. So just to be aware of that. I don't really have any other particular things to tell on the journey. I've been having some really, really intense dreams. I've been waking up really late, sometimes midday, and really struggling to sleep at night, lying awake until the middle of the night quite often. So there's a lot going on in sleep, there's a lot going on in dreams, there's a lot going on at night, and that's all really. So I hope everyone's good. I'm going to try and sleep now, but probably won't, and I'll check in again soon.